What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. I'm super excited about today's reaction because rather than checking out another music video, I'm going to be checking out a live in-studio performance from Orbit Culture. And if you follow this channel regularly, you already know how I feel about this band. I f***ing love these guys, man. This is one of my favorite bands I've discovered since starting this channel. And they recently did a live on-air performance for SiriusXM's Liquid Metal, where they performed a few songs. And I wasn't able to catch it live when it aired, but I did start listening to it afterwards. And very shortly into listening to it, I was like, wait a second. There's a chance we might get some actual videos from this, from where they were performing. And as luck would have it, we've got a couple. Now at this performance, they did perform a couple of their new singles that are coming from their upcoming EP, SHAMAN. And if you're not aware, that EP comes out this month, September 24th, 2021 from Seek and Strike Records. I've already pre-ordered multiple versions of it. I'm super excited. But the song that I'm going to be checking out in this video is actually one of the older ones. It was on the deluxe edition of their last album, Eksjö. And the reason that I chose this one is because it's honestly one of my favorite songs of theirs, and I've never seen them do it live. So today we're going to check it out. And as always, I will link the original video in the description below. And today, I'm once again listening to Orbit Culture, and for the first time, hearing a live version of Mute the Silent. Let's go! Now, before we start, I do want to preface this by saying that this song is pretty much impossible not to headbang to, but considering this is a live in-studio performance, I'm really going to try and hold back so I can focus on production. And I've broken down a lot of Orbit Culture gear in other videos in terms of what they're playing, so this is going to try and be more production and what they're actually using. But let's go.
Let's go back in time about 12 months to the album Eksjö. The song is called Mute the Silent.
Jesus, it sounds exactly like the album. First thing right away that I want to point out is you'll notice they started the song with just cold start. There was no cymbal count off whatsoever from Chris. It's because they're all using click track and they're on in-ears, so they probably have a count built in. And what an actual count is literally somebody counting. So on tours that I've been on where we used click and counts, you actually have somebody that will record their voice counting to the click and count you into the song. So while the click is going, you'll hear like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everybody starts. So they're obviously using some system like that, which is why they're able to just start without any kind of count whatsoever. Let's keep going. Holy. Dude, live music makes me feel so just alive and emotional. Like, I feel just awesome watching this right now, man. I like the way they've got this mixed. The guitars are panned. So if there's anybody listening in headphones, the guitar that you're hearing in the left side of your headphones is Richard's guitar. And then the guitar on the other side is Nicholas's. I like that a lot. So you can really differentiate what each of them are doing. So one of the other things I want to kind of bring up production-wise in this is based around Christopher's drums. You'll notice in front of him, there's a big plexiglass setup, and you often see that in like churches and small clubs and recording studios, because what that's doing is basically dampening the sound for everybody else in the room. And it's not so much for the people in the room, but it's for the microphones that are in the room. And then if you'll notice behind him, they've actually got a backdrop hanging, which is fabric, which also dampens sound. So all of the sound from his drums that's hitting that plexiglass is bouncing straight back and also being dampened by the cloth behind him. Super smart move for recording like this. And it's pretty common, honestly. And speaking of all the microphones that are in the room, I have not seen any guitar amps yet, but I do know that these guys use a lot of digital systems for their stuff. They use Fractal Axe Effects, Neural DSP, but sometimes they run live cabinets. I have not seen any yet, so there is a good chance that the only microphones in this room right now are on the drum kit and for Nicholas doing vocals, and that's it. I'll keep my eye out for more stuff like that, but I have not seen any actual guitar rigs yet, so let's keep going. I also think I got the audio backwards. I think Nicholas is in the left ear and Richard's in the right ear. I've been trying to hear and see their parts. I might have messed that up the first time I said it. I want to hear that part again. I'm 99% sure that's the tracks, the electronic-y noises in there. It also could be some kind of effect on Frederick's bass, giving it that super driven, overdrivey distortion. But I think it's tracks. I want to hear it again, though. I think it's tracks over everything else. Oh. I fucking love this band so much. This sounds... Dude, like, their records sound incredible, and Nicholas produces and mixes everything and stuff. This sounds, I think, better than the actual album. This is ridiculous. Like, this sounds so fucking good, man. And other than the electronic-y parts, I personally haven't noticed many tracks. Considering how much vocal layering they do, I expected to hear some vocal tracks of Nicholas mixed in with his actual live vocals. I don't think I've really heard anything so far. I expect to hear some with the gang vocals coming up here with the haze and stuff, but this is pretty damn impressive. The last thing I wanted to say again is I did not see any guitar rigs. I also didn't notice any fractal stuff in the rigs. So they're either using like neural DSP floorboards, or there may be a chance, because I saw a couple laptops running in the background, they may be running all of their tones off software for this rather than bringing in fractals or anything like that. And that way, if you're running software like that, you can also have all your effects changes or anything like that in there and stuff. I mean, dude, there's a lot going on with this that I get a hold of them and talk to them about for a long time about this. Man, let's hear this part and just keep going. Yeah, Richard's in the right, Nicholas is in the left. Oh! Hold on. Listen to how dirty Frederick's bass tone sounds. And then we're just going to listen to the rest of this, because this outro fucking brings it. Oh. It, So I don't know what kind of post-production was done on this. I don't know. From what I understand, this was a live feed for Sirius. Could have been recorded beforehand. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they set up all their stuff and run all their stuff, but whatever. Even if this wasn't touched or this was fixed in post-production, this sounds impeccable. This sounds better than most live stuff I've ever heard in my entire life. Let's go talk about it. This band, in my opinion, one of the best bands in metal right now. And in the grand scheme of things, they're still relatively unknown. And it's crazy because, like, everything I hear from them sounds fantastic. The songs are great. I've said many times, this band is like if somebody crawled into my head and knew how to write metal specifically for me. Like, they don't strike out with me. Like, I absolutely love everything I've ever heard from this band. I genuinely believe in the next couple years, these guys are going to become one of the biggest names in, like, modern metal, in newer metal, because you got to really think about it. They haven't been around relatively that long, and they haven't really done any touring, especially because right as they were hitting their stride, the pandemic started, tours got canceled, stuff like that. So these guys really haven't had the chance to play for anybody yet, that much. or get on a tour with somebody else and support another band and introduce themselves to those fans. I think when touring starts up again and these guys start doing festivals and getting on tours, people are going to take notice, man. I really, really believe that. This band is something special for me, man. I keep telling everybody how damn good this band is. And I hope a performance like this really shows that to other people. If there's anybody watching this like for the first time or anything, I would highly recommend that you go check out their other stuff, man, because this band, something special, man. I absolutely love it. So thank you guys very, very much for watching. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this reaction, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to click dislike if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. We've got a Discord server we hang out on. I stream on Twitch from time to time, and I do reactions live on the weekends. So if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, I'll throw links in the description. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.